Hello, hello.
We're live.
Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
This is our Facebook Live number 9.
9. So right now, this is people that are going to be watching the replay are going to be watching this part, but we're waiting for individuals to plop in. And as they plop in, how does that go again?
They just pop right in.
Something like that. They plop right in. So, we always wait kind of to dive into the content. I'm out of breath. I just sprinted up the stairs.
Not to mention, we just finished a thing.
We just finished a mindset reset workshop.
With an awesome group of...
With a group of 20 on a team in the same company, which is really, really, really awesome. So I'm out of breath. I just had to go downstairs to get some water, and then I sprinted up the stairs, and we're at 7,000 feet elevation here. So
you can feel that every once in a while.
Tanya.
Hey, Tanya. Welcome.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good to see you. Your book is in the airwaves somewhere. Still needs to get to us.
It's got to come to us before we can sign it.
Then to our assistant, then to you. So it's going to be a very well-traveled book when it gets to you.
Thank you for your patience. But, hey,
yes, thank you.
She should have the PDF.
Yes, you have the PDF.
You have the PDF that you can, and she's got the new PDF.
Yes.
Yes, which is exciting. So, well, welcome everybody. So you know the drill. We had a whole bunch of people come in. Let us know who you are. Say something in the chat room. Where are you at and what you drinking, right? You having a libation of sorts or some sort of a cocktail of sorts or something like that? If so, inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, we have...
hey, Ange.
Some sparkling water.
Yes, we're doing sparkling water tonight.
Hey, Angela, welcome.
Good to see you, Ange. So super, super, super exciting to have all of you here. We've got some good stuff in store for today. She says, no problem, worth the wait. Cool, good. Thank you for your patience so much. You're the bomb. We're going to be talking about a fun topic tonight. Hey, Lisa. How are you doing? So,
hey there, Lisa.
Water is your go-to. Cool.
Good.
Us too. We're opting for sparkling water. Hope that's okay. So
still water.
It's still water. Mikey Z. Celsius? Is that a drink?
Oh, it must be a drink.
It must be a drink. I'm like, as opposed to Fahrenheit. And just drinking sparkling water, which is awesome. And so, okay. So there's a lot of good things that we've got going on today. So hang with us all the way till the end. We are going to be doing some giveaways, which is super exciting. We're going to be doing our usual Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
Those of you that's new, hey Karen, hello from Jersey. Had the best beach day. You saw dolphins.
Ooh. That's a lucky sign.
Something like that, right?
Like that.
Right. New clean energy drink. Okay, cool. We're going to be talking about, we got our Wheel of Fortune happening. I'm totally ADD right now.
I know. These people can keep up.
They can keep up with this stuff.
They're fast.
They're fast. We've got our Wheel of Fortune we're going to be doing in the end.
Focus.
Where we're going to be doing giveaways.
Focus.
We are going to be talking about what we could learn about mind power from kids.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a kind of a multi-part series around what kids could teach us about mind power, right? And today kind of kicks it off really good. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Welcome.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to have you present. Today is September 23rd, 2020, where we are.
It's true.
It is.
It is. I mean, it could be... the
could be the
24th already for some people.
For some people. Or if they're watching this in a replay, then it's whatever day that they watch it in the future.
It's true.
So you all are the Mind Power Masters. I don't know if you knew that. So hello, Mind Power Masters.
That's you.
This is our group, which is the Mind Power Masters. We are really excited to announce something. So hold on a moment. Can I?
Yes.
It's time for sound effects.
Yes.
Okay, so here comes some sound effects. You ready? About to announce something. It's a long drum roll.
So long.
What was that thing you did in the end? We are excited. I don't know if you noticed on the bottom left of the screen, but hey, Heather.
Hey, Heather. Good to see you.
We just found out just a couple days ago, if you see on the bottom left of the screen, that we reached #1 bestseller, our book.
Yes.
Which is
on Amazon.
On Amazon. So, we're super stoked about that. It's humbling, to be honest, that the book is gaining the legs that it is. Also, it's humbling at how supportive all of you all have been. But if you can look it up on Amazon, search by our last name or Master Your Mindpower, it's super, super exciting on let's see, it is, I'm looking right now. We're #1 currently in the category for business mentoring and coaching, and also #1 in mindset, which is a subcategory of meditation and New Age, which is super awesome. And our one of our marketing peeps told us yesterday that we're kind of all in around the top 10 for all books on Kindle, which is crazy. We topped out yesterday at like #3 out of all books.
Total? Yeah.
All books. Or something like that.
All nonfiction.
All nonfiction
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
And then I think it was all nonfiction books, and then out of all books, we got as high as like #6. So anyway, we say this to say thank you. Seriously.
Thank you
from our hearts.
so much.
Thanks so much. And
because we couldn't have done it without all of your support and passing the word and sharing it with your friends and family and coworkers and your social media and all of that. So we appreciate you. And it's been flying off the shelf. Like yesterday, or was that today? How many?
No, so over the last 2 days, we sold over 3,500 copies alone just in the last couple of days, which is insane. It's hard for us to even understand and fathom that number. So we're excited, feel fortunate, grateful, blessed, all of the above.
And it's validation that this stuff works, right? Because we have been focused on this. We've been putting goals in our timeline. You all know that our goal is to sell 1 million copies. So
we're well on our way.
We're working on that. We're focusing on that. We're doing all of our, techniques and productivity hacks and efficiency hacks. And it's happening, and it's a compound effect, right? So in the beginning it was growing, now it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like a snowball going down a big hill. And so let that be a suggestion to you as well on any goals that you're working towards, that just keep focusing on what you want, keep persisting, taking massive action.
Lisa, thank you so much. You bought off our website today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it
Lisa.
so much. Thank you.
That's where I saw the name. I saw your name today. So thank you. Appreciate you.
Yep. Super. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. But I
Two
just wanted to
Lisas,
tell her.
it trans me out there.
Yeah.
So, Lisa Hales, Lisa
Ciotto. I don't know. I'm trying to be. Maybe I'm being too Italian about it. Ciotto or something like that.
Anyway, thank you.
Anyway, thank you. We appreciate you so much, and sorry if I butchered your name. So no, we're really grateful to you all. Yeah, can I share the screen real quick, just so that they see, so they can see right there.
Oh, yep, down at the bottom.
So you can see bestsellers right now. It's #21 in the Kindle store, #1 in business mentoring and coaching, #1 in business mentoring and coaching Kindle, #1 in New Age meditation. So super, super, super awesome.
Oh, I remember, Lisa. Yes. Okay, thank you for connecting the dots. Yes, I know who you are. Got it. I got it. I was a little slow there, but I'm on track now.
Probably because you saw the last name. Maybe you didn't know how to spell the last name whenever you had it. So now it's connecting the dots.
Yes.
Oh, that's the individual that you thought was, you said it was Serrato.
Yes, that was
my Because we have a friend
mistake.
of ours who's got a last name Serrato. Got it. So
40 bits.
40 bits.
The 40 bits I was focused
Lisa,
on. Lisa,
we appreciate you. So
Thank
anyway,
you.
we had to show you all this, which is super awesome. If you look at the top, #1 bestseller, which is just awesome. Awesome.
Can we ask something?
Maybe.
Can we ask you guys something?
Can we ask you guys a favor?
Yeah.
We have an ask. It's not a big ask. but it's an ask.
So you notice that, and if you're on our email list, we sent an email out about this. We'll probably send another one here this week. That right now
we need reviews.
Yeah, we need reviews on Amazon, and majority of you,
most of you have already done reviews. If you haven't, we're at. And by the way, you don't have to write a novel, but this could help. We're going to be transparent. You all are the Mind Power Masters. We're a tribe. This is like a tribe here, and tribal members
look out for each other.
Look out for each other.
Support each other, and
we're
going
to give you some inside scoop that nobody else out there knows, literally except for our immediate tribe, like our family. We're in the running for some bigger best seller lists.
Some other bestseller
that we've been like coming really close to. And we didn't know how this worked until somebody like educated us in the last couple of weeks, where a member of our marketing team said, guys, news for you, the book's got legs. And we were like, what does that mean? They're like it's moving, it's shaking, people are buying it. And I mean, we saw the numbers, but we didn't get it to the amount and the quantity until we had our team meeting. Reality is there's certain requirements required to get to certain lists, like bigger name best-selling lists, and we're almost there. And so over the last couple of months, the sales have been going up and peaking, and then up and peaking a little more, and up and peaking a little more, and up and peaking a little more, and up and peaking a little more on a weekly basis. Here's the ask. We didn't know until last week that it actually increases our chances of some of the bigger name bestsellers, like we're talking about USA Today, stuff like that. And one of the requirements are actually reviews. I don't know how that works. I don't care to understand. We were just told that we need to get our reviews up, and we have 22 reviews. We have a whole bunch that I know are in process. That would be a huge help, a big ask. And I hope it's not too much to ask. I hope it's okay we're asking that.
And here's one additional piece. So most of you have purchased the book off of our website, which we appreciate that, because as a small business, that helps our business thrive and survive, versus Amazon getting a big cut, which they deserve their cut for storing our book.
Shh, don't tell Bezos. Don't tell Bezos that we're selling on our website.
Right, shush.
Now, also, it helps on our website. It helps us know the individuals that are buying the book so that we can service them and being in contact with them and give them emails for free trainings, like you've probably already gotten.
Get our
mental
emails,
toughness training, get our
stuff.
weekly videos that have coaching from us for free.
So, because you've ordered it on our website,
we temporarily, just here for the next couple of days, put the Kindle at 99 cents just for a couple of days, and then we're pulling it off, and it's going back up to its usual price.
So if you haven't purchased from Amazon, when you do the review, if you could purchase the ebook for 99 cents.
Because then it becomes verified and it helps. But if you don't want to spend the 99 cents, we get it. You could still do a review. It's just not verified and whatnot. We would be grateful for reviews, period. If you're open to going to it, all you have to do is we'll actually do the link right here, right now. If you can bear with me for a moment, talk about something. talk about something so that I can get them the link in the chat room.
Thank you so much. She says, I'm on it. Big smiley face. Thank you so much.
We need help from our tribe.
Yes, yes.
This is the actual link to, this is by the way, this is short term. We just did this just recently for the purpose of those in our tribe to not have to pay again through Amazon in order for it to be verified. And then we're going to remove it down. You can just click that link there. And then it's 99 cents. Then from there, you could afterwards give a review based on what you've read so far, based on reading it.
Yeah.
Helps us pump up our reviews, which actually can help us. We're crossing our fingers at USA Today and maybe another one. We'll see. We'll talk to you guys about that in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If you don't hear from us by e-blast here soon. So it's an ask.
Yes, and thank you. We appreciate whatever you can do, and don't
grateful.
feel like you've had to have read the whole book. By no means, just
but
whatever.
Even if you've read a little bit of it, whatever you've found so far,
whatever you have gotten out of it so far,
and no novels.
No,
it could be like, this is a great read. I know the author is this or whatever. I love their material, or this material has helped me X, Y, and Z. Whatever.
Short and sweet. Make it easy.
So,
It doesn't have to be, we're not critiquing you or judging you on your review. We are grateful for anything that you put out there.
And in return, you have our word that will continue, as long as you know us, which we hope is in perpetuity or forever, to always give you way above and beyond in terms of value. Facebook Lives like this, which are no charge, our weekly, videos that get emailed to you, plus our free mental toughness trainings that are out there. You have our word. We'll continue to offer empowering content for you to take your life and your business to the next level. So that's our ask. But anyway, so super stoked. And it's a big, 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 big goal of ours accomplished in terms of being a #1 bestseller on Amazon, and in 2 categories, and getting a top 3 in nonfiction already. So super stoked.
Yeah.
Now, let's see.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you,
Thank
Lisa.
you, Lisa. Lisa's
Thank you,
awesome.
everyone. Appreciate you all.
I want to know how to spell her name. I wish that...
Pronounce it.
I should pronounce it, sorry. I want to know how to pronounce it. Ciado. Ciado? Ciado.
You're probably
Ciado.
right.
Ciado. Something like that. Grazie. Grazie,
we'll
Lisa Ciado. Something. Okay, we'll find out. We need to find out. I want to know. I got to close that loop. So, what else? So mark your calendar. Our next Facebook Live will be Wednesday, October the 7th.
Yep.
Okay.
2 weeks, every Wednesday, same time, same place.
Yep.
And if you haven't yet, join the Facebook club, the Facebook.
She says, yes, that's it.
Good.
Cool.
Good
cool,
job.
cool, cool.
Join the Facebook book club, which is called Mindpower Masters.
Yes.
And in there, we give away, little extras and freebies and extra resources and whatnot. So, and it's just a good, like-minded community for everyone to share about the book or, post things, questions, anything like that. So it's just another good resource.
Some stuff like this, for instance. So let me put these side by side so I can see it.
We're from some past Facebook Lives.
Yeah, so like we have a whole guide on our morning routine for mental toughness, which if you're a member of the group, you'll be able to download it. You got to become a member of the Mindpower Masters, and then you'll get what is our 3x3 method, breathing gratitude goals that we do for additional mental toughness and mind power every single morning. So this guide is there in the group. And then likewise our Mindpower planning system, which is super awesome. This basically is a reminder of the morning routine for mental toughness, plus our planning system, which coincides with what's in our book on literally a system that we use that helped us to 10x our productivity, and hundreds of clients since we've really fine-tuned it and nailed it down probably about a couple to a few years ago. Hundreds of clients that we've tested it with, and they're 10xing their productivity. It's cool. You could literally this Mind Power planning system, you could print 52 of them, put a nifty little cover on top of it, and that literally could be something that you utilize after you read how to plan your mind powered week, how to do weekly MVPs, which are most valuable priorities, and how to do daily MVPs. And you've got a three hole punch it, put in a 3-ring binder, and boom, there's your planner,
yearly planner.
There's your annual planner.
Yep.
So anyway, yes.
Stuff like that.
So stuff like that is in the
group.
Stuff like that is available in the group, and more stuff to come. More stuff to come. By the way, we're going to be giving away
a t-shirt.
Tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've got to wait and get till the end. Tanya said just purchase the book again. Appreciate it. Awesome.
Thank
Good.
you.
Thank you for your review. Once you've hopefully read a little bit, that'll be a huge help.
Yes.
So
we're also
going to be giving away
the original, which is going to be a collector's item.
Vintage.
Vintage.
even though it launched in May, it's now already vintage.
I mean,
right? Because you see in the bottom left corner of the screen, our marketing team, worked with this sounds so sophisticated, but this is what literally it is, an author's council, which is a whole bunch of bestsellers. And they know what's required for a book to get international legs, so to speak. To speak to the masses. Yeah. So Heather says, love the shirts. Natasha Luna did a review and purchased another one. Thank you so much, Natasha.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mahalo.
You.
Mahalo nui loa, as they say in Hawaii. And so the shirt we're going to be giving away, we're going to give away a book, which is going to be signed.
Yes.
We need to sign them. But we're going to get there, right?
We're working on that.
We're working on that. And let's see, what else? Also, we're going to be giving away one of those.
An STC journal, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be the goodies.
Oh, let me go get something.
Okay, he's going to get something.
You go talk to him.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Bought on Amazon. We'll do the review later. Awesome. You all are amazing. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. And yes, Heather, aren't the shirts so soft and comfortable? I love them. We love them so much. They're soft and they stay soft. Like no matter how many times you wash them, they're just still soft. So we're going to give away some of those here by the end. So stick with us. Before we do the giveaways, we're going to get into the chapter 4, which is what kids can teach us about mind power. So we're going to be doing that here in a moment. And what else? Let's see. I think that's all the updates for now. Ooh.
It's the first time we're seeing it. We're super excited. It's the first time we're seeing the new book.
It just came.
It just
arrived.
This is our first time actually seeing it. So you all are here with us. So this
awesome.
Is the new cover.
That looks really good.
I'm really happy with it. Looks like a bestseller.
Let me feel it.
Does it feel like a bestseller?
Ooh, it feels like it.
So
it's
anyway.
So warm.
Yeah, it's been sitting in the sun.
Well.
Or maybe that's energy.
Yes.
So
nice.
I had to surprise Shay with that. I forgot that FedEx just dropped it off.
So it's kind of cool. So when you order the ebook, you're going to get this cover, and then the original that you have is the original. So you have both for now. It's the same contents too. So don't think you're like missing out content wise.
Yep.
From the original. It's just that the cover was updated and, some minor edits and stuff like that we kind of found along the way. It was funny when we were reading the audio book, recording it, we read the actual book, right? And so as we're reading it out loud, recording for the audio book,
we found some errors.
Some things that we were like, oh, that's not how that's supposed to be. So we found a lot of things for revision, so we made those, went ahead and did it before the new one printed, but it's nothing minor, like you wouldn't miss it. It's just some,
that's why it's still the first edition.
Yeah,
it's a revised first edition. There's not enough changed in there
for it to be a new, second edition,
but it's cool to have both. Yeah, it is. It's definitely cool to have both, which you're saying they'll have that with they'll get the newer version.
Yes.
When?
What?
You said that they could have that one and that one. I forgot how.
Oh no, like this is the ebook. Like they get this cover.
Oh yeah.
With the new contents.
Yes.
And they have the original, which is like for posterity. Right?
Hopefully this is going to be like a collector's item.
Yeah.
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 This is like the original.
You're right, Kenzie. It is hot off the printing press. It's literally like it came off the printing press and went whoosh, right on our doorstep. That's what it feels like. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yay, exciting.
So, super exciting. Super grateful for all of you. Now let's we're going to dive into, so we talked about the shirt. Did we talk about the contest?
No.
Okay. Yes, we're going to be giving one of these away. Okay.
A t-shirt tonight.
You can also get a picture of your book, whichever version you have. It doesn't matter.
It could be
it
the
could
Kindle.
even be the Kindle. It could be on an iPad, whatever.
Yeah.
And you hold it in front of you, and you're like,
yay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You can be a dork, be a goofball, be whatever, and take a picture with it, with maybe a cool background of sorts, and then
post it on your social media.
Post it on your social media with hashtag Master Your Mindpower.
Yep.
Tag us if you want to, and then literally our assistant will contact you for what your shirt size is, and then you'll get a shirt. Free shirt.
For free.
Yeah. Shipping's even covered by us.
Delivered straight to you.
Yeah. So today, I think that's it. That's housekeeping items, like usual. So class is officially in session. We always got to pass the time because there's always the stragglers that kind of come in later. We want to talk about kids.
Yes.
We have to talk about kids, and those of you who have kids know what we mean by this, right? So we could learn a lot from kids. We really, really, really could in terms of how they master mind power pretty much naturally.
It's true. It's true.
It's really, really true. And like I said, there's going to be a series of Facebook Lives that we're going to be talking about as it's related to what we could learn from kids, right? So, what you got on your mind?
I'm just pulling up the digital book.
Oh, cool. Got it. So,
yeah,
we are.
Yes.
There we go.
We're on page 80.
Okay, so we're going to be on page 82. That's the start of chapter 4. Okay.
If you're wanting to follow along or have a reference point.
Yeah, Shay's going to kick us off by telling her fun little story. So you got to listen to this. And the page numbers are going to be different with the new book and whatnot, but that's okay. So here we go. Live book reading from one of the best-selling authors, Shaylee Shafidal, and this is her chapter 4.
So the quote is, "Every day in every way I'm getting better and better." So
we'll explain that in a future one.
Yeah, if you know us and have been around us for a while, you know that's an affirmation we like to say, and we'll talk more about that another time. So with outstretched arms, I soared above the ground as free as a bird. The cold, crisp air gently swept across my face. The swirling colors of violet agapanthus, green ivy, brown oak leaves, and the deep blue sky filled my entire field of vision. "Again, Grandpa, again!" I yelled with excitement and anticipation in my voice. I weighted the force of his strong hands against the black tire swing as I situated myself for another flight. I could smell the crispness of springtime flowers blooming in the air. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
It was here, at this moment, I imagined I was flying like an airplane.
What was that like?
It was cool.
So go back. How old were you at that time?
5.
So you're 5 years old. Mm-hmm. And so you're sitting there in a swing, and your grandpa's pushing you. Mm-hmm. And you imagine like you're in an airplane.
Right. And it's just like...
Were you in an airplane, or were you just flying?
Well, yes.
You're flying like an airplane.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's super cool. And you really believed it, didn't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's the power of imagination, right? Is that kids really, truly believe that they're the princess in the castle or the prince on the horse.
Or playing doctor with a little stethoscope, that's made of plastic. That makes no sounds, whatsoever. Or
having a tea party with their friends, and their tea and
with their pinky outstretched, and they can really taste the tea.
Exactly.
Right, and they can smell the tea, and they can taste the crumpets. This. By the way, today's Facebook Live is so important. Hold your thought. We can learn so much from kids, and I'm not kidding you. This is so important, and people forget this.
It's true.
Right?
It's true. Building that fort. And it really feels like it's a castle from inside. These are the things that kids do with their imagination. And they believe they're Superman and they can fly. They believe they're Spider-Man or that superhero. And there's so much power in our imagination.
Now, we need to talk about that, okay? We have to talk about that today. There is something, and we're going to, share a picture with you. You have to understand that imagination's not just for kids. Like there came a point in our life where we probably had somebody, an adult figure in our life, somebody like that, where we were probably imagining, and they said something like, "That's not real," right?
That's not possible.
I remember having an imaginary friend. And I remember my parents saying, "That's not real. You ought to stop doing that. People are going to think you're crazy." And so I for a short while blocked my desire to imagine, right, as a kid. And then until I kind of refound it again whenever I was in my teenage years, when I started reading up on the power of imagination. Thank goodness it was at still a young age compared to most adults, that literally they don't re-actualize the importance of imagination until they're in their later years. But the reality is the moment that somebody, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, whatever, says that's not real, it causes the ability to imagine to get dampened.
Right.
And while it's there for certain levels of protection, there's also some concerns with it as well, right? So today we're talking about the gatekeeper to your unconscious. Today we're talking about the gatekeeper to your unconscious. You can there's a figure. It's figure 4.1 in the book, but we'll pull it up on the screen real quick so that you can actually look at it. So we can kind of scroll that down a little bit so that it's in the center. So here's the gatekeeper. So you have a conscious mind and you have an unconscious mind. This is really, really important. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind. It's your analytical mind.
Right. The unconscious mind is your emotional mind, and it has all of your memories.
The conscious mind, it can focus on 40 bits per second of information every single second. 40 bits every single second, right? The conscious mind.
While the unconscious mind is taking in all 40 million bits that are coming at us.
Have you ever heard the saying, like, would you like access to the other 90% of your brain? That's the unconscious. Someone called subconscious. They're one and the same. So the reality is, let's talk about the gatekeeper. So the gatekeeper is just a wedge between the conscious and the unconscious mind, right? The gatekeeper is just a wedge between the conscious and the unconscious mind. We're going to come back to the image over and over and over again. So in famous therapists and hypnotherapists, they call this this gatekeeper or the wedge a critical faculty or a critical factor. Okay, so the gatekeeper between your conscious and your unconscious mind is the critical faculty. It's one and the same. Yeah. You'll explain why we call it a gatekeeper here shortly.
It basically separates fantasy from reality.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, the gatekeeper, the wedge, the critical faculty, all the same. It separates fantasy from reality.
So it's the part of us that cares to, part of us that causes us to reason.
Yeah.
It's a part of us that causes us to reason, right? And we call it the gatekeeper because it only lets information through that it is evaluated as realistic and possible. So in a book on self-hypnosis and hypnosis titled The Wizard Within, great book, by the way, Dr. Al Krasner discusses the critical faculty quite well. This is an excerpt from our book. He says, babies and small children are super susceptible to suggestion simply because they cannot reason and think logically, meaning there's no gatekeeper there, right? Additionally, they have limited stored experiential memory data to draw upon. We're going to de-jargonize this in a moment. During those early days, a child will accept whatever he is told and believes it to be true. Santa is real. Santa's real, right? You know, we tell all the kids in our world that Santa's real, and they believe it to be true wholeheartedly, right? From the age of 5 or 6, he or she develops a critical faculty. That is the ability to reason. He can then select what he believes to be true based on his own experiences and emotions. After that, for information to reach his subconscious, it has to bypass the critical faculty, okay? So the critical faculty forms between our conscious mind and unconscious mind and causes us to stop believing in the make-believe. So here's the conscious mind, here's the unconscious mind, right? And let's just say this is the wedge. Funk.
Yep.
Right? There's a wedge between the conscious and the unconscious mind. And it causes us to stop believing in the make-believe and fantasy. Causes us to separate fantasy from reality. This is good for select reasons and limiting in most circumstances.
Right. So what can happen is, again, this wedge. Now let's say
between the conscious and the unconscious.
Let's say we give a suggestion. Well, what's going to happen? It's going to say the conscious mind gives a suggestion,
like get healthy,
and wants it
be
to
healthy.
Go to the unconscious, but there's
be
this
prosperous.
wedge, so it's bouncing off of it.
Bounce.
Not getting through, right?
Right.
So, what do we need to do? We need to
remove the wedge. If we want positive suggestions to get in.
Now, the positive suggestions from the conscious mind will go down into the unconscious.
But leaving the wedge there for purposes, for our protection.
Yes.
And for our safety. So we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Now, so here's an example of how it's good. Okay, here's an example of how it's good. Let's say a young boy believes he can fly at age 3, like wholeheartedly, kind of like you did.
Yeah.
At age, you said 5, right? So then let's say that this young boy believed that he could fly at age 3, but then around like she did at 5, but let's say at age 6, the critical faculty formed because mom or dad or somebody else, they said, that's not possible, meaning to fly. You can't fly. That. You can't do that. That's not real.
Yep.
So this is where, adult reason comes in and grown-up mindset and talk. And next thing you know, so this right here is an example of how it's good. So it's health. This is a healthy time the critical faculty kicks in as a gatekeeper, right? Say at age 25, the young little tot grows up, and it keeps him from thinking he could fly off the top of the Empire State Building. You get it?
Right.
It kicks in. The gatekeeper will kick in for his protection. The gatekeeper steps in and helps here. Now, here's an example of how it's not good. Let's say a young girl believes at the age of 4 that she's a medical doctor with her white coat and her plastic stethoscope, right? Then at 5 or 6, the critical faculty formed because mom or dad said, that's not possible.
Right.
That's not real. We're not made of money. You'll never be a doctor. Well, it could keep her from actually applying for admittance into a pre-med program at college. Get it? So to harness mind power, one needs to understand the importance of bypassing this gatekeeper, going back to here, when we want on our own terms, right? And so this is really, 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 really important. We want you to get the fact that it's not a matter of if you have a gatekeeper, it's how thick it is. It's not a matter of if you have a gatekeeper, it's how thick it is. Everybody's got a gatekeeper.
Yes.
Everybody's got this wedge between the conscious and the unconscious mind, right? So it's really, really, really important. And by the way, everyone in marketing and advertising, they know this. They know this. How do we know that they know this? Well, did you know that a Super Bowl ad is about $5.6 million for a 30-second slot in 2020?
Yeah.
$5.6 million for a 30-second slot in 2020. Yes, Lisa Antolini Hale says creates limiting beliefs, limited decisions.
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Absolutely. That critical faculty is in place, and absolutely something that's there that can protect us in some ways can also form a lot of limitations, right? So back to the Super Bowl, $5.6 million for a 30-second slot in 2020, right? They know that when people are watching TV,
they're in a trance.
Okay, let's talk about what trance means. Trance means transderivational search, which means anytime you go inside,
you go into a trance.
Think about it. Have you ever seen somebody that they're watching TV and they look like this, like?
And you could say,
and they're eating popcorn.
Steph, hey Steph, and you're like, hey,
huh?
I've been calling your name.
What? I didn't hear you.
They're so in a trance, locked in, like they don't even hear outside noises, right?
They don't. That's called being in a trance. That, by the way, all trance means is any time that you go inside, and you're fixed internal, or fixated on a single spot, which causes you to be very internal. What do I mean by going internal? You're watching a movie. Don't tell me you're not in that movie.
Right. Like, how many of you have ever, there's an underwater scene in a movie, and you're like under the water with them, and you're holding your breath, and all of a sudden, they come up out of water.
And then you take a big breath.
Oh my gosh, I can breathe, right? Because
have you ever experienced that?
Put yourself in those shoes.
You're
right?
in the movie. You're inside yourself, living out that movie.
Yeah. Or if there's like, oh gosh, I remember that movie, The Tightrope Walker.
Oh, the guy, I forget what his name was, but he did the tightrope between the North and South Tower, World Trade Towers.
Yeah.
Right?
And
my palms
hands
were sweaty.
My heart was like,
it was like, and I mean, seriously, it was like a workout.
Right.
I was exhausted after watching that movie.
This is our imagination.
It's our imagination.
Don't tell us imagination isn't real.
Don't tell us imagination isn't real. Here's the deal. Imagine like you have a lemon. Yeah, a lemon in your non-dominant hand. I have to pass it over to my non-dominant hand.
Okay, so do this with us. So imagine you have a lemon.
A half a lemon.
Half a lemon.
It's already pre-cut. It's freshly cut. You had somebody safely cut a lemon in half and hand you over to you. And you've got a half a lemon right here in your non-dominant hand, right? And squeeze it into your mouth. Can you taste that?
What happened?
What happened? Did your mouth pucker? Did your mouth water?
Yeah, mine like salivated and I got like this little twinge back here.
The mind can't tell the difference between something that's real and something that's imagined. Okay? And because the same neural networks are firing, folks, you need to understand that. Right? This is really, 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 really important. And Dr. Al Krasner says that the body's like a robot programmed to do what the mind tells it to. Let me repeat that. The body's like a robot programmed to do what the mind tells it to.
Yep.
Which is why we could learn so much from kids. Kids believe anything is possible.
They do.
And you know, while thank goodness the gatekeeper will kick in, along with basic instincts, you know, fight, flight, freeze, etc. It's going to keep a kid from, you know, trying to fly off an Empire State Building, unless they're high on drugs. But that's a whole different story for another day. We won't go there right now.
Yeah.
But the reality is the gatekeeper will kick in, and what we have to understand though is that just like a kid believes that they can play doctor, that they have tea in their hands, or like they can fly like Superman, or that like Superman is real, we could employ a little bit of that in our own life and stop being so rigid and, believe it or not, so mature and adult-like.
Yeah, so responsible, right?
So responsible.
You know, here's how we could use it as adults, right? We could use our imagination to believe that anything is possible.
Yep.
That if we want to double our income, or heck, 10x our income.
Yes, let's do that.
It's possible, right? Or if we want to create our dream relationship, our dream home, our dream family, our dream body, it's all possible.
It's possible. You have to believe it's possible. Here's the deal. So Sir, he's a knight, by the way, Richard Branson, when he was asked about the most important secret to his success, he said creativity, quote unquote, and imagination are driving forces behind most things we do, and have been the key to many of our successes at Everything Virgin, by the way. He said the business world often gets caught up in facts and figures. While the details and data are important in business, the ability to dream, conceptualize, and invent is what sets the successful and the unsuccessful apart. This is from Richard Branson.
So important.
Multi-billionaire and owns, over 400 companies.
Yeah.
And in life, he says, often the happy from the unhappy. Meaning imagination also is what separates the happy from the unhappy, right?
It's true.
We have to sometimes let go of our tight grip on our world. And what that means is, bypassing the critical faculty.
Right.
Right? And believing again in the make-believe. Believing again in the make-believe. It's like literally, we love it whenever we're working with our clients, whether private or in our new hybrid coaching experience, and literally giving them permission to dream again. Giving them permission to be a kid again, right? We had a recent client, I did one of his private sessions while he's in the hybrid Mindpower Breakthrough hybrid coaching experience yesterday. And he says that his humor and his laughter is back as if he's a kid. Yeah, he's like, people are, he's telling, fun, corny jokes. People are laughing at it. And he's like, I'm just being a kid again.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I kind of lost touch with doing that for a little bit due to all of the fear that's happening, especially in the last year.
Right. All the seriousness, right? And yes, there are some serious issues and topics out there, whatnot. And there's always time to imagine.
There's always time to make believe.
There's always time to play and be like a kid and have that childlike wonder. Always time for that.
I like that. Childlike wonder.
Lock it up when you need to and be serious. But
you wrote that phrase in the book. I love it. And no, it's true.
Yeah, it is true.
It's super, 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 super important. So you got to dream again. You got to be okay to believe in the make-believe. Your success actually depends upon it. What do you think is happening when Michael Jordan, I don't know if any of you have seen The Last Dance, which is all about that sixth championship team that came together, which was like The Last Dance, and the team, the Chicago Bulls were all together, of which they won that championship, and obviously highlighting Michael Jordan a lot, and Scottie Pippen and the rest of the Bulls. But what do you think Michael Jordan was doing, or the late Kobe Bryant was doing, when before they threw the ball up towards the net, they were imagining the ball go through the net? What do you think was going on there? Right? What do you think was going on there? What do you think is going on whenever the late Kobe Bryant, whenever he was in an interview and somebody was talking to him about his game-winning shot, and he said, I'm before I'm throwing the ball up to the hoop, I'm seeing the ball go through the net. I'm hearing the audience cheer as if the ball has already gone through the net. I'm feeling the satisfaction for having for having helped to win that game. I also am. He said, I can smell the body odor and all of the the senses on the court in full force.
Yeah.
After the ball goes through the net, I can taste the salt on my lip. That I lick my lip, after that ball goes through the net. Like, hello, this is imagining through every single aspect of the 6 things we do in our mind. The pictures, the sounds, the feelings, the smells, the taste, and the self-talk. That's mind power.
Yep.
Yes, Tanya says mind power.
Yes.
Yes.
It's an ultimate display of mastering your mind power.
It is. It's being a kid.
It is, yeah. You're imagining and pretending and saying what if and imagining the best case scenario.
Listen, we're all doing the best we can with the resources we have. And we've had some clients of ours where we talk to them about this, and they're like, crap, I've been telling my kids a lot, like, that's not possible. And I'm like, you can undo it. Take it easy on yourself. Don't worry about it. If they're like, they want to be a multimillionaire, don't say, we actually had a client, this happened about a month ago. We said, what happened? And they said, we had a kid that, one of our kids said, I want to be a multimillionaire. And we said, that's never happened for anybody in our family. So you might want to
be a little bit more realistic.
Might want to be more realistic. And they were like, and you're telling me this, and I'm realizing, crap, I just helped them in that moment to either create a critical faculty or to thicken the critical faculty.
Right.
The wedge, belief, fantasy, and reality, which then, yes, spawning off of that could create a whole host of problems known as limitations or mental and emotional barriers, or as you all know, we call them
running parachutes.
And I said, don't worry about it. Take it easy on yourself. Go undo it.
Yep.
Tell them anything's possible. Tell them absolutely anything's possible, right? It's kind of like seeing, hearing, and feeling. His imagination is really, yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It's kind of like in the movie Pursuit of Happiness.
I was just thinking that. I was thinking that exact scene.
Will Smith, Will Smith is playing basketball with his kid. It's such a good scene.
Oh, it's great.
This is right on topic for what we're talking about right now. And the kid is sitting there, and he's
so
he's
little.
2 foot nothing.
Yeah.
And
he's like, the ball's bigger than him, and he's like,
heaving the ball up there, and he's breaking it and missing it, and he's like, I'm going to be in the NBA. And his dad is like, no. Listen, there's one thing. He is like that doesn't run in our family. He is like, it's athletic ability, and especially basketball. He says something like that, like it's not going to happen. And then the kid
gets all sad and pouty, and he's like,
And then he grabs the ball and puts it in his little plastic bag and runs out. His dad's like, what are you doing? We're playing basketball. He goes, well, it's no good anyway. He said it's
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen anyway. So why am I going to even waste my time with this? And Will Smith's character, I forget his name in the movie.
I do too. Immediately saw what how his words affected his
saw the
child.
Negative implantation he did with his kid.
Yep.
And he goes, wait, you got a dream? You need to protect it. He goes, don't let anybody tell you why you can't do something or shouldn't do something, especially when it's something you want. He goes, including me. Yep. I'm getting chills right now.
Yep.
He goes, you got a dream.
You go for it.
You go for it. He goes, don't ever let anyone, including me, tell you why you can't
do something.
Do something. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith and his real biological son. Jaden Smith, maybe?
Yeah.
Jaden Smith, when he was a tot. So really, let's look at the kids around us and have respect for them. It's funny. So there's this saying that's been going around for eons, which is, your network equals your net worth, right? And Grant Cardone, he's the famous 10X guy. Grant and Elena, they have, I think, 2 daughters, right? Mm-hmm. And it's so funny. Somebody was talking to Grant Cardone about, does your network equals your net worth? He goes, I get the thinking in that. And he goes, but if that's the case, he goes, then I should probably be broke because most of my time is spent with my kids who don't have a lot of net worth.
Right.
Right. And it's so funny. The reality is then, I remember there was another article we were reading that had Richard Branson in it. And Richard Branson was talking about network equaling net worth, kind of the same topic, dovetailed nicely. Two totally unrelated things, but I found them almost in sequence. Richard Branson says, yeah, network equals net worth. He goes, the reason why my net worth is so great, and a lot of my net work is, helping kids. He's a philanthropist and whatnot. And he goes, and supporting all of my, from 400 companies, all of the employees and contractors there. And I love being able to make sure that all the families are well and being around kids. He goes, I learn a lot from kids. And he goes, which helps my net worth as them being in my network because of their imagination.
Yep. So important.
So important. Imagination will improve your net worth. And having in your network, even kids, will improve your net worth too, even though they're not worth a lot of, we'll call it money. But they can imagine. And the reality is, they imagine better than you do. They do.
It's true because they have less limitations.
Yep.
Less, negative programming.
Yep.
They just believe anything is possible.
Yep.
And that's where every adult could really benefit from that childlike wonder and really going back to being a kid and imagining.
Yep. It's very, very important. So we're going to be wrapping up here soon, but hang with us because we're going to be doing a giveaway. Like I said, this is going to be a series. This is going to be a series that we're going to be talking about. Actually, we're going to be doing 3 giveaways: a shirt, a signed book, and then also a journal. This is going to be a series, our Facebook Lives, at least the next 2, possibly more. It depends on, what tracks we get on. Is all going to be about learning from kids, right? And the reality that, kids can teach us a lot about mind power. Here, what we needed to do is kind of set the stage, build a foundation for understanding what we can learn from kids as it relates to mind power. Right now, what I want you to be just aware of is how's your critical faculty doing, right? How much are you able to believe and
this was a little crooked
and make believe? It's a crooked critical faculty. It's a critical gatekeeper.
Yes.
It's a crooked gatekeeper. The reality is be aware of your own self-talk.
Yep.
Be aware of your own self-talk. Is it that's possible?
In
Anything's
support
possible
of what you want?
Or is there a little itty-bitty shitty committee saying that's not possible?
You can't do that.
No way, that's not possible. Which, by the way, you got that voice from other people, right? It's the itty-bitty shitty committee, we'd like to call it. Pardon my French. Can I say that on Facebook Live?
You just did.
Okay, I already did. All right, so the reality is that you have to understand that you at some point were told by someone it wasn't okay to imagine, or something that you were imagining was not real or whatnot. And this is when this was formed, and that's what causes you as an adult to not fully believe in possibility. We call it possibility mindset.
Yep.
Possibility mindset means you believe anything's possible. It means you also make decisions now based on future possibility. If you make decisions in the present moment based on present circumstances, you're actually making decisions based on the past.
Yep.
Does that make sense? If you're making decisions based on your present circumstances, then you're making decisions based on the past.
Because we're always a sum total of our conscious and our unconscious choices that lead us to now. So things that we decided in the past, we're still outliving them today, right? So if we make decisions based on our present circumstances, then we're really making those decisions based off of the past.
Like, for instance, whether it's our hybrid coaching experience or private coaching, our coaching is not cheap. There's a lot of value behind it, and we give even more. We've never had somebody say that we didn't give more value than what they thought they were going to get. But the reality is, when we're talking to people, we often have to tell them about a possibility mindset. Don't make a decision now based on now. Because if you're making a decision based on now, then you're actually making a decision based on your past.
Yeah.
Make a decision now based on what's possible in your future, and then you'll live up to it.
Exactly.
Really, really, really important. That's not only possibility mindset, that starts stepping into a prosperity mindset as well, which we had an awesome group today that we did a mindset reset workshop with today. They do go hand in hand, like intimately intertwined, like a DNA double helix.
How do you do that?
That's impressive.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. So
prosperity and
yes, Lisa.
Possibility.
Decisions based on future possibility.
Yep. You got it.
Decisions based on future possibility.
Exactly.
Less about present circumstances. Present circumstances equals past. If you make decisions in the present moment based on future possibility, then the world will really open up for you. And that's what kids do. That's what kids do. So be aware of your gatekeeper, right? But like we said, we don't want to be ousted, with the gatekeeper altogether. Yeah. We'll talk about that next time on, how the gatekeeper, blocks unhealthy things,
negative things
from getting into your unconscious.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We can talk about that more next time. For now, be aware of the self-talk that's coming from your gatekeeper that's keeping you from having a possibility mindset. Remember, kids up till like probably anywhere between age 3 and 5, they're like this, no gatekeeper.
Yep.
They just believe everything's possible. They believe every single thing is possible. And like we said, it is healthy to have a smidge of a gatekeeper for certain things so we don't go jumping off the Empire State Building. But while we say that that's good, we also want to make sure that we are intentionally bypassing it when we want, on our own terms, as we want.
For our benefit.
For our benefit. So positive suggestions can go in there. And what do we mean by that? That means when you say every day in every way, I'm getting better and better, which is a famous auto-suggestion created by a medical doctor. He was an apothecary. His name was Dr. Emile Couillet.
From the 1920s.
From the 1920s. Dr. Emile Couillet, he healed tens of thousands of people.
Every year.
Every year, tens of thousands of people. By them just saying at least a dozen times a day, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Yeah? That is Dr. Emile Couillet, right?
Which is now known as
Couillet-ism. Couillet-ism.
Yep. It's just an auto-suggestion. It's a positive suggestion.
Physical and mental and emotional ailments.
Would
tens
disappear.
of thousands of people. It disappeared, and they just said that to themselves.
Over and over and over
And you can
again.
already start that now. Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better. What we're going to teach you in a future Facebook Live to bring it all together is a certain state that you can be in, and an eye-open meditative state
that will
allow that to go
even deeper.
Right into it'll
bypass that.
We're going to teach you a state which will bypass the critical easy for me to say. Bypass the critical faculty, or what we call the gatekeeper,
and go right
on your
into
own terms,
the unconscious.
so that when you say every day and every way I'm getting better and better, it'll actually go to your unconscious, and then you'll feel good.
Which is what you want. Yep.
A lot more to cover. Hang with us. This is going to be a series, minimum 3-part series.
Yeah.
I think we might be able to cover it all in 3 parts. But if there's questions that pop up or anything, or we get on some tracks, could go longer. But I would guesstimate to say probably a 3-part series. So this is part 1, 2 more to come, which is going to get deeper into what kids can teach us about mind power. Okay, so it's at the very top, right there for you.
Da-da.
So hang with us. We're going to do our giveaway. What we need you to start doing is putting your name in the chat room to let us know that you're here, right? We want to make sure that we can see who's here.
Yes. Just,
Okay. Let's start from scratch so that we can go kind of top down.
yeah, we'll do that.
We'll just do that as a delete. So I know, let's do Lisa C, Lisa H.
This is how we're going to do our giveaway for
So
the
we're going to do our giveaway for the shirt.
sign book, and
let us know in the chat room
journal.
who all's here. So while we're waiting
Tanya,
for...
are you still here?
Hopefully, let's go ahead and put her in there just in case. But we still want you to put your name in the chat room so we know that you're here.
Got Lisa, got Tanya.
Tanya's here. Mikey. So while Shay's doing names and whatnot, Natasha. Hello, Natasha. Yeah, we can learn so much from kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
There's so much we wanted to say, and we knew this one was more around the gatekeeper. Right, today we're going to get more into how to bypass that gatekeeper and how to be more of a kid in the future.
Hey, Mom.
Okay, cool, Mom. Kenzie.
Kenzie.
This is going to be fun. We love this. This is a lot of fun.
Who else? Who else?
Who else? 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7. Who else is here? Is
While we're waiting for names, be grateful for your gatekeeper. Yeah, because there's some benefits for it. But be leery of how the gatekeeper could be keeping you from achieving some of your goals in terms of possibility.
Is Angela?
I don't know if Ange or
Karen
Heather
or Heather still here.
Let's see who else.
Yes,
every
you
day,
are.
every way, you're getting better and better.
All right.
Indeed.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's got to be
5,
some more
6,
people.
7. Couple more.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who else?
All right. Well, we don't want to hold everybody up. So,
okay.
if we don't see a name pop up.
Do we have to check here?
No.
Because sometimes it shows up.
This isn't working. Since I updated my app, it's not
Oh.
accurate.
Angela.
Angela's here.
Okay, Angela. Who else? Going once, going twice.
Anyone?
Anyone? Bueller.
Okay, I think we're gonna go with it.
Okay, what are we giving away first?
What are we gonna do? Let's do
Journal first.
This.
So we're going to do a journal first.
Journal, which is really good for different
Journaling.
exercises that we've given throughout the book.
Yes, good point.
Yes, and journaling. Always. Yes.
Yeah, there's mind power exercises all throughout the book.
Yes.
And challenges.
I like it. It's a good size. You can stick it in your
pocket.
It's a big pocket.
That'd be a big pocket.
You can stick it in your bag, in your car, in your pocket. Okay.
If it's a big pocket.
I'm stalling. So,
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll see if anyone else pops in. Then you'll be in the second round. So without further ado, Shay's going to hold up the journal. This is what this is going to be for right now. Here we go.
Big money, no whammy.
Oh, they can't see it.
Oh, no.
They can't see it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't mind us.
Hold on. So Angela's a winner. We're going to have to do it again.
Just let them see the name.
I'm doing that.
Just do current application.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. You see Angela won. Our apologies, we didn't have the screen up.
Okay,
So we'll
okay.
do the next one here. We'll do it on the screen. So Angela, you won the journal.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Okay. Now they can see it. Okay.
Yay.
There we go. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Now.
There's a little technical difficulty. Oh, cool. Look at this. You can zoom in and zoom out.
Whoa. Now, what are we doing?
We're being kids.
I know.
Okay, so that was the. Are we giving? Let's give another. Should we give another journal since they didn't see it, or we got to move on?
We could do another one.
Okay, we got to do another journal.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So another.
Angela says, "Woot woot."
Another STC journal for journaling.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. Now they can see it this time. Okay, it's exciting. It's exciting. Okay, it's for another journal. It's another journal. It's for Mikey.
Woo! Yay, Mikey.
Yay, Mikey. Hey, buddy. He gets so excited. This is Bear's favorite part of the day. The favorite part of the Facebook Live. Okay, so okay, cool.
Now
Now
it's a signed copy of the original book.
Okay.
Oh, they can't see you.
So we've got a signed copy of the original book, which is cool. It's going to be a collector's item. So here we go. Let's see who's going to get this. Mikey Z. Okay.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it going to be? Natasha! Natasha gets a signed copy.
Natasha.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Congrats.
You're writing this down, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, we got one more, which is for a
T-shirt. I got
Mindpower T-shirt. Okay, cool. So last but not least, oh boy, who's it gonna be? 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 Mom!
Yay! She actually doesn't have one.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Perfect.
Yay!
Shay's mom wins one.
Congrats, Mom.
All right, cool. So
It's your birthday energy that just keeps on giving.
it does.
Even though we're not even in your birthday month, but that's okay. We can celebrate you early because
Indeed.
the best.
Indeed. So that concludes our our Wheel of Mindpower.
Yes, the Wheel of Mindpower. Yay!
The Mindpower Wheel of Fortune. And hopefully you've enjoyed our Facebook Live talking about how much we could literally learn
From
kids and
Their
what kids
imagination.
could teach us about Mindpower. So congratulations to all of you, and all of you obviously are gifted with the gift of Mindpower. Yeah, by coming here and mastering your mind power a little bit more on a bi-weekly basis. And we're here for you to help you to further master your mind power. You are a mind power master, so
Yes.
we give you all and anoint you with the gift of mind power. So we hope to see you all 2 weeks from now so we can pick up where we left off here. And tell friends, by the way. Tell friends, tell family. These are free. Anyone who knows us knows that we love sharing our not only our content, not only that's from our book, but at the same time, stories that comes from working with thousands of clients over the last 11 years.
Exactly.
So invite others, and we appreciate you all. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again.
October 7th.
It's going to be October the 7th.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
From now.
So we can pick up where we left off and know a little bit more about what kids can teach us about mind power. And we'll dive deeper into the gatekeeper and also how to protect your unconscious and how to talk to your unconscious, how to bypass that gatekeeper so that you can get by the gatekeeper and get key information into your unconscious.
Yes,
so,
yes.
cool.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Yes,
Thank you all.
Angela, we'll see you tomorrow in the Mind
Angela,
Power
we'll
Breakthrough.
see you tomorrow in the Mind Power Breakthrough Hybrid Coaching Experience group call.
Lisa Hales, the next one is October 7th.
October 7th is the next Facebook Live.
Wednesday, October 7th.
Wednesday, October 7th. If you're wondering when our next start is for our Mind Power Breakthrough Hybrid Coaching Experience, it's October 15th. So if you have any interest in inquiring about that, let us know, and we'll get you key information.
Yep.
Cool. All right. We're going to put some information in the chat room about the next Mind Power, or the next Facebook Live.
Yep.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. See you all. Much love to you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Appreciate you all.
Bye.
Thanks for your support. Really appreciate you.
See you later. Bye.